Welcome to Lesson 2 of the South Carolina School Improvement Model Course 100. Today we will focus on Phase 1, Diagnosing and Prioritizing Improvement Needs. Structure, strategy, and consistency are at the foundation of our adopted school improvement framework. This was intentionally placed as a prerequisite because research supports that the combination of these three details can determine the level of success with school improvement. We suggest that schools rely on these three elements to aid in setting a culture that is ready to begin the work of school improvement. Upon completion of this lesson, the learner will be able to determine the four key questions of school improvement, identify appropriate data sources, gather tools and resources to prioritize improvement needs, reflect on the use of or implement data protocols, understand how to conduct a root cause analysis, and develop school improvement goals based on the prioritized improvement needs. As mentioned in Lesson 1, the profile of the South Carolina graduate guides our work. It helps to remind us that everything we do as educators must be dedicated to ensuring students are equipped for multiple paths post-public education. Diagnosing begins with data. Schools must examine multiple data sources and triangulate multiple samples. This work allows organizations to uncover needs and confirm the validity of selected areas of focus. This is a great time to use protocols to add structure, strategy, and consistency to the process. Analyzing data is a first step to identify needs, but should be revisited consistently and embedded in the school's culture. Lastly, schools will prioritize how they will approach what is uncovered. The school improvement team will lead the data analysis work. In the next few slides, we will walk you through a 5-step process explicitly explaining what diagnosing and prioritizing looks like in practice. Step 1 begins with reviewing a variety of data sources. The team should focus on 4 different data types. The first and most commonly used data type is achievement data. Achievement data will inform the team of the student's progress toward mastering standards. The second data type is demographic data. Demographic data will help the team view specific groups of students to inspect the effectiveness of the instructional program. Perception data is the third data type. Teams often neglect to review this form of data. Remind your team that perception data will help the school to gather views and beliefs around specific areas. Lastly is system data. When reviewing system data, schools are looking holistically at the processes and systems they have in place. Here are a few examples of each of the data types. In Step 2, teams will then identify and use tools and resources for prioritizing improvement needs. Pictured is a process to inform instructional practice. These 5 steps make up a scientific approach that will inform teachers' decisions instructionally. Feel free to come back to this slide during your discussions. It is now time to use a protocol that will help to focus the work. Teams benefit from using protocols here because they add structure and purpose to the data analysis process. Protocols help to maximize the time spent together by helping to make that time more meaningful. The leader plays a significant role during the use of data protocols to include assuring alignment between the data, prioritized needs, and the school's improvement plan. Participants have distinct roles as well. Their involvement leads them to be more informed as they gain a better understanding of how data, planning, professional development, and practices all fit together. Step 4 leads the team to conduct a root cause analysis. Root cause protocols are great tools to help teams discover the cause of the identified problem. This is a necessary step and will increase the likelihood of a positive impact from the carried out plan. The process for conducting a root cause analysis includes having a broad construct, addressing the root cause, drilling down by asking why, and getting at the true problem that needs to be solved. Step 5. Prioritizing improvement needs. Teams should address the most important problems first. Commonly, 3 to 4 needs are addressed at a time. Schools must not take on too much. It is important that this work is focused and carried out with fidelity. Prioritizing needs includes considering readiness. Schools should consider the following questions. Does our staff have the capacity to address the prioritized improvement needs? Are necessary resources, supplies, materials, professional development available, planned, and obtainable? If not, what resources or professional development is needed? Who will be responsible for purchasing the resources? What source of funds will we use and how will we sustain this over time? Who will create the professional development plan, implement it, and monitor it? What support is needed to build capacity and help improve the practices of teachers? How will we obtain or maintain staff buy-in? Schools must consider endurance. Time should be devoted to reflecting on the following questions. Does the staff believe that success will lead to significant and systematic change? If no, how will we work to change the mindset of the staff? And if yes, how will we work to affirm the efforts of the staff? Is the team confident that this priority will have the involvement of all stakeholders and can be solved with a best practice that promotes continuous school improvement? Consider accountability. The team may engage in the following reflection. Does solving this problem support our mission and vision? Can we clearly articulate how solving this problem would positively impact performance? Is there a willingness to accept responsibility for the causes, behaviors, or practices, and the effects, the results and outcomes, as a collective staff? And who is ultimately responsible for the success of our improvement efforts? Lastly, think about the impact or the leverage the identified priority would have. Consider the following questions. If the problem is solved, what is the anticipated impact on the system? Is the improvement priority supported by data? Might solving this problem create a positive ripple effect in the school or have a significant impact on student outcomes? To further the work in Phase 1, download Lesson 2, Activity 2. The school improvement team should complete the questions individually and use the questions and responses to facilitate a meaningful discussion.